Hey everyone, it's time to crack on. It's time for a What Happened to My Universe mod PPV special! It's Bash at the Beach! And it's from Los Angeles, California, opening with a 3-on-3 match as the Militia of Sergeant Slaughter, Colonel Mustafa and General Adnan took on the Nation of Domination and their old friend The Rock. The match opened with some back and forth between the two teams, no one getting a real advantage up until Sergeant Slaughter hit that sidewalk slam. Then the Militia took control and each had a bit of fun for themselves. Karma tried to fight back and hit a rock bottom of his own, which was pretty impressive, but then a hot tag came in from Slaughter and boom, they were back on the offensive, hitting a pile driver and then a nice front suplex. When Farouk finally reversed, it was time for the Great One to tag in. Once The Rock tagged in, he cleaned house of the Militia and did what he usually does, lay the smack down, bringing in some signature moves while he was at it, even getting to the top rope and laying Colonel Mustafa down with a big Samoan drop. After locking on the sharpshooter for a little bit, Rocky thought it was time to finish it and hit a rock bottom twice, finishing the match and winning it for the Nation of Domination. We had a few more debuts in our next match as a 6-man battle royal featuring the Macho Man Randy Savage, Kevin Nash, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the British Bulldog, Santino Marella and the mighty Andre the Giant. The match was all against all, everyone hitting crazy moves here, there and everywhere, as you'd expect in a big battle royal like this. But when two people did eventually team up, it meant the elimination of the first man, as Kevin Nash was eliminated by Ricky Steamboat and Andre the Giant. Andre quickly turned his back on Steamboat, allowing the British Bulldog to demolish him, which led to Steamboat's elimination. The remaining men paired off with Andre and Bulldog going at it, and Santino and Macho Man going at it. This led to 2 eliminations, Macho Man eliminating Santino and Andre eliminating the Bulldog. Andre DDT'd Macho Man after that, threw him over the top rope, and then crushed his skull to eliminate him, with Andre winning the first, maybe annual, Bash at the Beach Battle Royal. On last week's main event, we saw how hardcore Cactus Jack was, destroying Jim Neidhart. Let's see how he fared in an Extreme Rules match against Ric Flair. Cactus Jack started well enough, but eventually, after hitting a few too many punches, Ric Flair reversed and started working on his leg ready for that figure 4. He also started working on his nutsack, because he's the dirtiest player in the game. Working that nutsack may have been a mistake, because it seemed to piss Cactus Jack off, which in turn brought out the weaponry, which Cactus Jack used on Ric Flair a little bit, until Ric Flair got his hands on it himself and hit him with a chair shot of his own. The two brawled on the outside some more before taking it back to the ring, and Cactus Jack kneed Ric Flair in the face. Ric Flair gained the advantage back by throwing a ladder into Jack, and then hitting some signature maneuvers, including that natural knee drop, but he wasn't keeping Cactus Jack down. Cactus Jack hit him with a table, a ladder, and then a table again, and then he elbowed him through a table, but I missed that clip. Whoops, my bad. Cactus Jack then won with a double arm DDT. Bang bang! We had some new contenders for the World Tag Team titles, as Sting and the Ultimate Warrior defended against Rick Rude and Jake Roberts. While Sting started the match hitting a nifty little dropkick, Rick Rude took the advantage to start with, throwing him into the outside and then bringing him back in and elbowing him to the face. After a few more moves, Sting tried to take control again, but Rick Rude was saying no. After hitting this big elbow drop, Scott Steiner style, Rude hit Sting with a sidebreaker and then tagged into Jake the Snake, who proceeded to hip toss and knee to the back the Stinger. Sting finally gained some control after that and hit a sidewinder, before tagging into the Ultimate Warrior and then double teamed the shit out of him. Boom, Ultimate Warrior hits up backbreaker and then slams him to the mat, choke tosses him and then tags him for some more double team action. With Sting back in the ring, there was a tombstone piledriver to be hit, before tagging back into the Warrior, who hit Jake Roberts' patented short arm clothesline, which didn't set up the DDT, instead it set up a gorilla press and the splash to the back, which, after getting rid of Rick Rude, finished Jake off for the 3 count, as the Blade Runners retained the titles. We were finishing a feud next as Chris Jericho took on Shawn Michaels in a last man standing match, and Shawn Michaels got the first blows in. And once Shawn Michaels had got all his initial shots in, Chris Jericho got a bit of advantage for himself, hitting a spinning heel kick to get into it. A backbreaker and a suplex later, and Jericho was firmly in advantage, until they went to the outside and Shawn Michaels hit a running drop kick. The two brawled on the outside for a bit before Jericho hit a bulldog, threw Michaels back in the ring and hit Snake Eyes on the corner post. Jericho again was in control, hitting an elbow and a Northern Lights suplex. Despite a flurry of moves from Shawn Michaels, including a back suplex and his trademark elbow drop, Jericho quickly went back in control, hitting a brainbuster onto a chair and then a DDT onto a chair. But it wasn't keeping Michaels down. Shawn Michaels tried to hit him with a chair, but Jericho threw it away. But when Jericho tried to hit him again, Michaels reversed it, hit an enziguri, and then threw Jericho into the chair. There was only one thing left for Michaels to do, and that was smack him with sweet chin music. The super kick clearly knocked Chris Jericho out, and he was down for the count, the 10 count. Shawn Michaels wins. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Booker T have had a friendly rivalry over the last few weeks, and this time they were facing off one more time for the European Championship. In the opening moments, Stone Cold beat down Booker T with punches, but when he charged it in, Booker T reversed it into a flapjack, before starting to work on Stone Cold's leg. Booker T then moved on to some power moves with a belly-to-belly and a huge powerbomb. But when he tried to stomp him, Stone Cold woke up, clotheslined him and hit a big pile driver of his own. Austin kept control for a little longer, hitting a neckbreaker and the Stone Cold elbow drop, before Booker T reversed it and hit a stroke. A kick to the back, and then a drop kick to the back, led to a pair of spine busters from Booker T, which led to a very near fall. After kicking out of that, Stone Cold then hit a Luthez press, but hit the referee in the process, knocking him down. When he went for the pin, he had to wait for the ref to wake up, and he ended up getting a near fall too. Booker T went for a slam. Stone Cold, however, wriggled out of it and then hit a German suplex, and when Booker T got back up, he walked straight into a Stone Cold Stunner for the 1, 2, 3. Stone Cold Steve Austin is your new European Champion. Our final match of the night, the main event. The Undertaker challenging Triple H for the WWE title. Main event's WWE title anyway. At the beginning, it was The Undertaker that hit the first few moves, but that didn't mean Triple H didn't get his shots in at the start. It was very equal footing to begin with. Once Triple H had hit a few moves, the momentum swung once again, The Undertaker swinging his head back to the mat, and then throwing him into the corner. A huge slam followed that, and then Triple H gained the offense once again. As the match continued, Triple H hit a big clothesline into the corner on The Undertaker, but The Undertaker reversed with a running DDT. He then threw Triple H to the outside. On the outside, he joined him and hit a massive chokeslam before throwing himself to the outside with a huge jump. Back in the ring, Triple H had the advantage once again, hitting a second rope fist drop, a neck breaker and then a second rope elbow drop. But it wasn't keeping The Undertaker down, and he hit his comeback move. A clothesline, Snake Eyes, a big boot followed by a leg drop. He followed that with a last ride. This was just an appetizer though. Once he'd hit the last ride, he hit a superplex, which he then felt had softened up Triple H enough to hit the Tombstone Piledriver and win the WWE title. Undertaker celebrated with the title in style. That's it for this one. Hope you've enjoyed. Find out what happens next time and what happened on my universe more. Like and subscribe.